Over the last few months, I've made a commitment to myself to start taking my passion for filmmaking more seriously. It's become clear to me that just reading books and studying films isn't going to be enough. I need to put more time and push myself to gain hands-on experience in both cinematography and photography. Living in a unique country such as Taiwan is an amazing opportunity for both filmmaking and photography, but I feel right now that I'm not really taking full advantage of that. Therefore, I'm going to be setting myself a challenge to push myself out of my comfort zone and get the ball rolling on my creative process. What I'm going to be doing is giving myself 48 hours or 2 days to take 200 photographs around Taipei City. These pictures can be of people, nature, architecture, anything I want really. The only condition I'm setting for myself is I can't be lazy and I have to put some type of thought into every photo I take. That could mean finding an interesting composition for my photo or just capturing a moment which makes me feel something. I've already made a plan to visit some different areas of the city, so there should be plenty of opportunity to take good photos around Taipei. And with all that said, I think it's time for me to get going, so here we go, let's go. So I'm starting off here at the entrance to Elephant Mountain. There's people doing Tai Chi, meditation. To be totally honest, I have next to no experience with still photography, especially street photography, so I was feeling quite apprehensive as I walked through the park. I have a tendency to give up on a project when things get too difficult. This time I was determined to finish. The important thing for me was just to get started. So without thinking too much, I found a group practicing Tai Chi, set up my camera and began capturing my first few photos. Just the act of taking these first photos increased my passion and confidence in what I was doing, and my creative anxiety slowly started to melt away. At this point I was getting what I thought were some pretty interesting photos. So that first place was pretty successful. I feel like I got some good pictures there. Next I headed into the city towards Taipei 101 and the main business district. As the morning continued, I started to feel a little more comfortable taking pictures of strangers and became more adventurous in my pursuit for better photos. For me, the act of creating something from nothing is like a spiritual exercise, which is why getting it right is so important to me, and also why I feel so much resistance towards doing it. The main reason I wanted to set myself this challenge in the first place was not so much to improve my photography, but to improve my ability to push through resistance and create something from scratch. Okay, so the sun's getting pretty hot now, so I need to head back for a bit, look at what I've got so far. When I finish work, I'll come back out in the late afternoon and try to get some more photos, but for now, that's it. And that's exactly what I did. Despite the threat of rain, I arrived at Shilla Night Market and continued taking photos as the sun started to lower in the sky. As darkness approached, I decided to call it a day. I was ahead of schedule with just over 100 photos. Day one had been a success, but I still had a lot of work to do if I wanted to hit my 200 photo target. My first destination of the day was Ximen, a busy shopping area in the heart of Taipei. I've noticed that every big goal is always harder to achieve than you initially think it will be. It doesn't matter what you're trying to create in the world, it's guaranteed that unforeseen obstacles will arise in the process. I had already run into a few of these obstacles during this challenge. The extreme heat, the anxiety associated with being the center of attention as I walked around taking people's photos. It's never as easy as it looks when you're watching a video. I was actually there. I was sweating under the hot sun. I had to deal with these issues and continue on despite them. The key is to expect for it to be difficult, to expect that obstacles will arise and be ready to do everything in your power to overcome them. This is how you beat creative resistance. It's the final night of the photography challenge, and I've got about 2 or 2.5 hours until it gets dark. I need about 40 more photos to get to the 200. So I've not got very long. Looks like there's something going on here. By sheer luck, I had found myself in the middle of a busy event taking place in central Taipei. I had no idea that this event was happening today. It's amazing how when you commit yourself to doing something, the universe seems to give you a helping hand in achieving it. Unexpected solutions are provided when you least expect them. It's starting to rain right now. What do I do? What do I do? I guess it's an opportunity to get some rain photography, so yeah. The rain didn't last very long, and I continued to explore the area, capturing some of my best photos in the process. Before I knew it, I was only a handful of photos away from my goal and moved on to my final destination. The last destination. I think I need maybe 15, 20 more photos. In the last minutes of daylight, I captured the final couple of photos and completed my challenge. As I sat there contemplating the last 48 hours, I realised that there is no better feeling than finishing a creative project, and that this is something I want to continue to do for the rest of my life. Thanks so much for watching my video, I really appreciate it. If you want to check out all the photos, all 200 photos that I took during this challenge, then good news, I will be releasing a video alongside this one containing all 200 photos. This project was really hard work, but it has inspired me to go out and create more personal videos like this one in the future. So if you feel inspired to see what I do next, then please subscribe to my channel and follow along on my journey. The last thing I'll say is that if you're similar to me and you really struggle to follow through on your own creative projects, then I definitely recommend trying a challenge similar to the one that I tried in this video. At the end of the day, we only live once, and I think it's really important that we make the most of it by doing the work that we need to do. Don't you?